Hey guys, it's Ani. Happy Friday. Welcome to a new corner of my home. This Friday videos vibes are cozy vibes. Um, I'm just loving this November weather. It's getting colder here, windier. And I'm just in the fall vibes, like as you can see. Today, we're going to be talking about one of my client successes, you guys, and a lot of questions she had for me that I feel like you may be asking yourself and wondering like what the answers for those questions are. So I will be sharing them with you today. She got a lot of success from Master Your Mind, Manifest Your SP course bundle. She bundled it with the money course. You guys, we have a visitor. Nico is always included, right? If you know, you guys, if you're an OG viewer of mine, Nico likes you guys. Nico wants to be a part of this, and he's making his little muffins. Do you guys know, like, I haven't researched this, but is this because they feel comfy? Like, they feel like, I read somewhere they feel like they're with their mom or something, like when they do this, because they used to do this to their mommy's tummy when they were younger. I don't know. Or if it's something else. I don't know. Let me know. But back to my client success, you guys. Sorry about that. She did the Master Your Mind, Manifest Your SP course bundle with the money course bundle. And she's been getting so much movement with her specific person. As she's been getting movement, these questions have been coming up, which is not rare. These questions come up a lot in my clients' journeys. These questions came up for me too when I was manifesting SP. There's a lot of times where you'll be doing great and then you'll feel like weird thoughts come up. You'll feel like the old version of you's coming up again. You'll feel like purge is happening, or maybe you're in disbelief. These things are normal, and we're gonna get into that. And we're gonna just get into you just becoming this like unbreakable version of yourself, someone that is unbothered as they're getting success going forward, as their life is changing going forward. And you know the drill, you guys. I don't know, should I move this? Here, we'll just move it like this so you can see my fall vibes over here. Get your drinks, get your snack. It's tradition for our Friday videos. This time it's not coffee or tea. I have something interesting in here. We have a store here called Erewhon, and I heard their strawberry rose milk was very good, so I tried it. So I have in here strawberry rose milk and their coconut milk. Their coconut milk is the best coconut milk I've had in my life, and I've had a lot of coconut milk. So I mixed it with the strawberry rose milk. It's not bad. It looks like pink milk. But cheers, you guys. Cheers to the cozy vibes. If you like this vibe, if you like this background, comment down below. Maybe in the middle of the video, I'll show you the rest of the fireplace. There's more pumpkins here. Let's get into it, you guys. Actually, first, cheers. Cheers. Okay, so my client's been getting success. Her SP was someone that they were in contact, but they weren't really, like, it was almost like she never knew when they would be in contact again. Like, they would talk, they would vibe. She has so much love for him, and she can feel that love reflect back onto her from him. She feels it. There is chemistry, and it's almost like they just keep coming back to each other. But she was struggling with like the inconsistency. It was always like she never knew when would he call again? When would they talk again? Does she always have to initiate? And her main, like, her priority was changing this from that to actual commitment and becoming a priority for this person. If you're going through something similar, comment down below. I completely understand what she's going through. I've gone through that before. So she started doing the Master Your Mind, Manifest Your SP course. She started getting results. He started showing up more frequently, more consistent. They would talk. They would have longer talks. They would talk for hours. They would talk every day. And now it's getting more serious. Now, what's happening is she was telling me, she's like, Ani, it's so weird. I'm still doing what I need to do. Like, I'm still doing the homework in your course and whatever. And I feel so good. She's like, when I do it, like, my life's completely changed. Everything's just happening so natural and effortless for me. Like, I don't feel like I'm exhausted like before when I used to do so many different techniques, right? And that's actually the point of why I came out with the course, because I've felt that before, where you just try everything and you just feel so exhausted afterwards, and you still feel like you're in this lack state, right? So she's been getting movement, a lot of movement, and she's super happy. But she had a moment where she was like, Ani, do I need to always feel good, and do I need to always believe that this person's going to be mine, they're going to put effort in? And if you have that question, I'm here to tell you, no, you don't. I know a lot of people say, like, believing is, you know, you got to believe, you got to stay positive all the time. And that's not true. I mean, look back on everything you've manifested. Were you actively, like, forcing yourself to believe that it's going to come, it's going to happen? Probably not. Like, most of the things that came quick for you, all your manifestations that happened so fast and quick, you weren't even worried about, should I believe this right now, or should I push, like, this positivity? I never want you to push positivity. Like, I never want you to fake anything. Like, when you hear the whole fake it till you make it, that just means, like, you know, keep persisting in your new story. But it doesn't mean constantly feel like fake emotions all the time. Don't force those fake emotions, because then that's coming from lack. That's coming from this obsessive place of, I always got to do something, because if I don't do anything, my manifestation won't come, right? If you resonate with that, comment down below. I feel like a lot of people think, this goes on to the next question, do I have to always be actively manifesting or doing a technique in order to get what I want? No, you do not. So the first question was, do I have to believe that I'm going to get what I want all the time? And do I have to force positivity? Like, do I always have to feel positive? The answer was no, you don't. I've manifested so many things where I didn't even force an emotion. I just, this morning, actually, I wanted someone to, I invest a lot, and in the company I was investing, there was an employee that was super rude, left a really bad impression. And, like, I'm always super nice about it. I don't judge, whatever, but it happened a few times. And the least resistant thought I had was, it would just be like, I don't even want to recreate this person. Like, it would be so nice if, like, this person just found a better job somewhere else, right? So, because we only want to, like, interact with pure, positive, genuine people, right? So I just had that thought. Literally less than an hour later, I got an email from the whole company, like, CCing everyone, that this person will no longer be part of the company, and they've moved on to a different opportunity. That was just a thought. I had. And an hour later, I got that message. Was I forcing myself to believe it in that hour? No, I wasn't. Was I forcing myself to feel positive throughout that hour? No, I wasn't. And if you're an OG viewer, you've just seen all my jackpot wins. You've seen all the luxury hotels I've stayed at, all the like abundance. Like I've never had to fake believe or push positive vibes all the time. That's not natural. And if you've manifested stuff without exhausting yourself and pushing any fake emotions, comment down below. I know you have. I mean, I do this all day, every day with clients, and I always get the response of like, honey, I wasn't even expecting it in that moment and it came in that moment. Yeah, because you didn't have resistance towards it in that moment. You can just be neutral and not have so much resistance towards it, and it comes in. Now, things that we do have resistance towards, for example, my client doing the Master Your Mind, Manifest Your SP course, she was working on the story throughout the course. She was working on her story. She was working on her self-concept. She was lightening up that resistance. That's why it made its way through to show her. The evidence came through, right? And now, because she's working on full commitment and she's seeing a lot of that play out with her specific person, now she was like, Ani, I'm getting these constant feelings of like the old version of myself. She's like, I feel like the old version of me is coming up or trying to reel me back in with doubts and fears and thoughts. Like, she's like, I had a thought about like, oh, what if a third party pops up, right? And I'm gonna explain to you this. Hold on, you guys. Anyone have lower back pain and sciatica? Raise your hand. Okay. She had a thought of, what if everything's going so well, and then poof, she had a thought of like, oh, what if there is a third party? Like, what if I manifest a third party, whatever? This is completely okay. It doesn't mean you're gonna manifest it. What happens when you start changing your thoughts, beliefs, assumptions, you start seeing actual movement happen. What happens is, this is still new kind of to your subconscious mind. And I've talked about this a lot. This is kind of new to your subconscious mind. So what your subconscious mind does is it pushes out options. Anytime you change your ways and your habits and your thoughts, your subconscious mind is like, oh, this is what you're experiencing. Here are all the other options you could be experiencing as well. Now, what you do when that happens, if it's an option you don't like, for example, thought of third party, thought of this not working out, even though everything's going great, right? What you do, and I've learned this the hard way. I've learned this by actually manifesting the complete opposite of what I wanted, because I let it fester. I literally didn't know any better, and that's why I'm telling you now. When an option pops up in your head that you don't desire, even when things are okay and they're going well, don't rush to flip the thought. What you're doing is you're brushing it under the rug so it'll come back up in your subconscious mind later and push out. What you want to do in those moments is face it. Okay, that's an option. But so is so many other amazing options I can play with in my head right now. Take a moment to observe the thought and understand that you are not the thought. You are the thinker. You are the one being presented options and thoughts. You then decide which one you want to play with. You never have to take in every single thought and let it fester in your mind. The reason I don't want you to avoid it so quickly and flip it or affirm over it is because you're doing that out of fear. Oh my God, let me affirm over this thought, because if I don't affirm over this thought, it's going to manifest. Stop doing it out of fear. What you fear and what you focus on also persists. When you resist it, it persists. So don't even give it that type of attention. Give it a regular, neutral attention. Oh, you're an option. So is this an option? So is that an option? I understand that this is like a menu. I see it on the menu, but I don't have to order it. I'll only order what I like from the menu. I don't have to order this. And it doesn't have to fester in here. Stop being afraid of your thoughts. I see it from so many people. Like, I have so many clients that have gone, like, they've coached with other people, and they've coached with other people, and they come to me, and when they're saying their story, they're like, oh my God, I don't want to say this because I don't want it to manifest. Don't be afraid of it. Like, don't be afraid that if you're explaining something and you say it, it's going to automatically manifest. If that was the case, everything you thought and blurted out would be crazy. It, like, if there was no lag time, everything would be crazy. So don't worry about that. Okay? So number one, no, you don't have to believe 24/7 that your manifestation is going to come in order for it to come. Give yourself a break. Number two, those negative thoughts that come up randomly, it's okay. Remember, it's how you react. It's never really the thought. It's really how you focus on it. Because everything's neutral. Everything is neutral. It's never, it's almost like sometimes the universe is asking you, sometimes it brings up things and it's almost asking you, like, are you going to react to this the same old way? Because we're used to you reacting to it the same old way. That's why you've been getting the same old life. If you're not going to react to it the same old way, we'll actually push out what you want finally. You know what I mean? It's kind of like those negative thoughts that pop up, or those little suggestions that pop up in your head. Oh, what about this? What about this? What about this? What about this? Oh, you thought about being with your specific person. Oh, you thought about marrying your specific person. But what if it plays out this way? What if it plays out that way? What if it plays out this way, right? It's kind of like, have you ever done like online shopping or shopping on Amazon or pretty much anything? Even watching something on Netflix, right? Where you watch it and then under it, it says, also recommend this, or we also recommend these shows, or we also recommend these items, right? When you show like interest in something, it'll show we also recommend these items. That's kind of like what your brain's doing when you think about something. It gives you all these recommendations, good and bad, right? How many times have you watched something on Netflix and you loved it, but then the recommendation under it, when you scroll down, you're like, I don't even, like, that had nothing to do with what I just watched. It's not even similar to what I just watched. Like, why would it recommend this, right? Your brain does that too, because your brain is like a library. It's like a variety. Your brain's always going to introduce ideas to you, good and bad, because everything's neutral. Your brain literally is like, you're the boss. You're the boss. My job is to recommend. You tell me what you want at the end of the day. There's no, it's no, no ill intentions here. I know that you're the boss. I know that at the end of the day, what you focus on, you're going to create. You have the final say. I'm just over here, your little worker bee, asking for what do you want to focus on? And you tell me, and I'll push more of that out into your universe. Okay. One more thing I want to answer, because my client had this question, and a lot of people have asked me this question, is, Ani, what if when I start my manifesting journey and I start homework and I start a routine, I start changing my thoughts, my assumptions, my affirmations, and I see the opposite? What if I see the opposite? Don't be scared. Don't be scared if you see the opposite. I read a book once, and in that book, I don't remember the title. You guys, I'll find it though for you. Maybe I'll mention it in next Friday's video. It was a frequency book, a law book, like a universal law book. And in the book, it talked about how sometimes when we're focusing on what we desire and we're really persisting in it, sometimes we may see the opposite pop up, which is, I want you to know, it's completely safe and okay. That's an opportunity for you. That opportunity is presented for you, and this is not all the time. But if you're someone that experienced like something opposite than what you were trying to manifest, it's not the end. First of all, it's not your end. Like, don't just cut it short and be like, oh my God, it's the opposite and it's the end. We're done. This crap doesn't work. Don't do that. Number one. Number two, understanding that it's not the end, your response matters. The way you react and you respond and go forward feeding that mind now after you see the opposite matters. Because if you react the same old way to everything or the situation, if you act like you're a failure, this always happens to me, why does this always happen to me, relationships never work out for me, guess what? You're going to get the same old experiences over and over again. That is an opportunity for you to be like, number one, hey, this actually happens, I heard. You know, that's completely fine. It's not chaotic. It's not the end. There's still my reaction that's going to determine how it's going to go going forward. Okay? Always remember, you guys, everything is an opportunity. Every moment is an opportunity for you to react differently than you have before. Everything is an opportunity. Look who's coming, because he knows everything is an opportunity. He's using this as an opportunity, sir. Hi, sir. Every moment is an opportunity for you to react differently. Every moment is an opportunity for you to feed your mind different focus. Focus creates. It's not just feelings that create. It's not just thoughts that create. Focus creates. What you let fester in you, ruminate, all of it, that creates. What you do dominantly, that creates. How you think dominantly, that creates. I also had a client today that was like, Ani, I'm manifesting more money, and you're the money queen, you're the jackpot queen, you're the abundance queen, and I'm manifesting money, but I'm not seeing any money. And I'm like, well, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing throughout the day? Like, how are you thinking throughout the day? And they were like, well, I'm just saying, like, I'm grateful for, like, even if I find $1 on the floor, like, I'll say I'm grateful for that. And I'm like, okay, you say that, but the rest of your 24 hours in the day, what are you doing? Because that's just a second of your day. So don't think by just saying you're grateful for something once throughout your whole 24 hours it's going to make a difference. You have a subconscious story there that's much heavier than one affirmation. So you want to work on changing that story. You want to work on embodying the version of you that is abundant. You want to work on, you know, your dominant thoughts and assumptions and beliefs throughout the day. But you also don't want to force positivity. You don't want to force believing I'm a wealthy person, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire. Like, you don't have to do that stuff. Does that make sense, you guys? If that makes sense, comment down below. Stay tuned for, I believe it isn't next Friday. Let me see. Oh, closer to Thanksgiving in the States. I have a surprise for you. But until then, if you are interested, you guys, in the Master Your Mind, Manifest Your SP course, links are going to be in the description box down below. If you're interested in the EFT tapping course for manifesting your SP, so many great successes are from there too. I actually always post in our Instagram, Facebook, here, YouTube, community posts and shorts. I always share the client emails they send in, the successes. Before I go, you guys, first of all, please comment down below if this video was helpful, if it did answer some of your questions. But my pillow just fell. Has anyone, like, I've been looking for really good books to read, like interesting ones. No more like manifestation ones. I think I've read every manifestation and mind book there is on subconscious and everything. So just to, like, you know, be in imagination. This book was recommended to me so many times. I literally went to the bookstore 3 times, grabbed it, put it away, grabbed it, put it away, grabbed it, put it away. But it was recommended so many times. I finally got it. And if you have any good recommendations, it could be for a light read, it could be for fun, it could be a mystery, whatever. Also, this is for all of you guys. Like, let's share with each other, because I feel like a lot of viewers look at your comments and they get motivated, and especially if you've been seeing evidence, you've been seeing movement, people get motivated from that. You know, they see like, wow, okay, it's my birds before land, like I can do this. And I want this to be like a safe place, like a positive place. We motivate each other. And reading's actually really good if you've just been thinking too much about your manifestation and you just want to kind of shut it down a little bit and just focus on you a little bit. Reading's a great way to do that. When I was manifesting my SP, and it was just becoming too much, because I know that obsessive feeling, you know, and it feels nasty. Reading's really good. So this book, if you've read it, don't ruin it below, but let me know if you liked it. I'm gonna start tonight, actually. I'll try to show you guys a little sneak peek of the living room. I don't know if you can see. It doesn't go further. The other couches are like across the room, so facing the TV. But anyway, you guys, if you like this setup, let me know. Christmas time, it's gonna be different decor. But I love you guys. I hope you got the cozy vibes. I hope this video helped. If it did, please comment down below. I love you guys so much. Like, thank you so much. I'm so grateful for your comments. I'm so grateful that these videos help you, the courses help you, the one-on-ones help you. If you haven't checked out my last Friday's video, It was called, and this is exactly why circumstances don't matter. It's about one of my clients that was in no contact for a year and a half, and now she's going to be spending the holidays with her SP because they're living together now. And I coached her, and now she's living like the manifestation, which I love you, girl. Like, it makes me so happy when my clients get that success, and I always believe that you guys will. But if you haven't checked it out, check it out. So many people commented under that video that they watched that video like multiple times because it just resonated with them so much. So if you're interested, check that out. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Happy Friday. I hope you have an amazing Friday. I hope you have the best weekend ever. I hope you have the best November ever. Let's do this. Let's manifest our desires. And I'll leave you with some affirmations. I am becoming the best version of me. I am becoming the most abundant version of myself. I am experiencing miracles every day, every second. I am understanding that I can experience miracles in any second, regardless of how I feel right now. Regardless of what my circumstances are right now, I can get what I want. I will get what I want. I'm going to see evidence of what I want. I love you guys. Bye.